Lincoln Legends Lore and Lagniappe, presented by your Lincoln Parish Museum and Historical Society, celebrating 50 years of community support. Enjoy as our museum director, Rick Godley, takes the time to capture the stories of life in Lincoln Parish from the characters of Lincoln Parish. In this episode, Rick had the opportunity to sit and visit with Coach Wilbert Ellis. Awesome. So we're in high school. You're coaching, you're all things baseball, you're maturing. When did you think of, and was college in your sights, or do you need to be guided to say, Wilbert, I think you need to continue your education by a mentor and go to Grambling?
Well, my high school coach, Jimmy Duncan, and Mrs. Robinson. See, Coach Robinson came in 1941. In 41. I need to back.
Go ahead.
I was later. I came and must have been in 40. I forgot exactly when it was, but it must have been in the last part of the 30s into the 40s. Because Coach Robinson came to Grambling in 41. His wife was teaching at Lincoln High School.
Okay.
She got a job. Mr. Morrell Emmons was superintendent, and she got a job at the high school. And that's all she talked about, her husband, Eddie. And when we got a chance to see Eddie Robinson, and he talked to us, that was another world. It just something about him could just get you kept like that. And she would always say, Wilbert, you just keep working, and you go on to Grambling. And then most of the teachers were from Grambling, from the university that taught in the parish, especially the predominant like college. Mm-hmm. Schools. Mm-hmm. And they had a great impact on us. And then when you hear Ralph Waldo Emerson Jones, that's another whole world.
Well, we're going to get into that world. Let's just dial it back a little bit with Eddie Robinson. I never met the man. The charisma that he had is obviously historic, with no pun intended, because George Steinbrenner flew his team here 3 times. We'll touch on that as well. But you said that when you get to Eddie, and this is he's just a little bit older than you, but he
died at 88, I believe, wasn't it? No,
I think later than that. But the first time you met him, you just said he was magnetic. He was he drew you in.
Yeah.
What was that charisma that he had? Do you know?
Care. He just showed care. He not only wanted to recruit you as an athlete, yes, he was looking for raw talent, because all of it was raw. And, but it was good. Some coaches were trained, they could train and develop players better than others. But he had to get somebody that he really wanted, because Eddie wanted to have some impact on you, that I'm your family, I'm your daddy now. And I want you to be the best. You are the best. You are somebody.
Now, Wilbert, it's believable, but think about what you're saying. How many young men did he coach in a given year on a given team? Multiply that by every year that he did that for, and he meant it to every one. How do you do that, I wonder?
Well, you got to have some type of background. You got to have to been around. His coach was a preacher. His daddy was a real strong man. His mother was captured on Christianity. And Eddie was a smart guy and very intelligent as a young man. But he didn't let anything drive him away, because he sold at LSU, he sold drinks and popcorn and all of that when he got a chance. And then at one time, he couldn't even get to LSU because of race,
Mm-hmm.
But he grew over that, because he said that every individual had a place in this world. He believed that. But he said that you got to be ready, and you got to space yourself. You got to know when to do certain things. And that's how he demonstrated to be an American. And that impacted me a lot. Prez was the same way. Prez said, no, you cannot act like this. When the teams would go places, and we would go places, and I'm a little ahead of where we're supposed to be.
No, we're fine.
But when the teams would go places and they would get on a bus, they would be dressed. The hair, and they would look up to par. And then people who were at the hotel and everything would come up and say, who are you all? Where are you from? You look so nice. It's right. And when we say that we are from an institution of higher learning, and this is what is being given to us, that you got to stand, you got to walk, you got to demonstrate, you got to learn this, you got to process this, you got to discipline this, but you got to stay in your lane and walk.
Thank you for watching Lincoln Legends Lore and Lagniappe, presented by your Lincoln Parish Museum and Historical Society, celebrating 50 years of community support. Please follow us on Facebook for all future events as we celebrate our 50th anniversary this year. Thank you once again for your contributions of support. This has been a Godleyworks for Nonprofits production in association with Rick Godley's ATL Features. ATL stands for All Things Local. ATL also stands for All Things Lincoln.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. Please drive carefully and arrive home safely. Good night.